Good morning, everyone. My friends call me Quill, and you can call me that too. Today is something more for the brony viewers out there. I wanted to talk about a special comic maker I've been, watching, reading, or however you want to put it, for quite some time, and I believe they deserve a little shout out for all their hard work. But give me 1 second, let me just put this over here, and on the table you go. Okay. Shall we get right into it? The person I am talking about is named Loveless. As you can see, Loveless is a old ways changeling. That means love sucking and all that, I guess you can say, or however the changelings eat the love. I'm not sure. I'm a fluff boy, not a changeling. But anyway, as I was saying, she is the regime leader of the changelings until the queen gets back. But between me and you, she is the queen. Anyway, as I was saying, she is the old ways leader. Of course, there's always the new way, and they have made peace with one another and respect one way and the other way. But if you ask any of her guards, they will probably say, down with the Skittles. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about them, I'm here to talk about Loveless. Loveless has been making art since, as far as my research goes, since 2007. If you're curious about any of her comic pages itself, you can probably check it out on her Deviant page. And as I said, my research goes, her first ever comic page on DeviantArt was in 2007. And as far as I can tell, she is from Thailand, because I am almost positive that is Thai there. But I'm gonna be honest, I do not know. I cannot read that, I am not sure myself. But I digress. If you do check out her Deviant page and do like her comics and you want access to more of her tasteful comics, you can check out her Subscribe Star. I'm a little newer to the Subscribe Star page thing, whatever Subscribe Star is. Subscribe Star is, from what I can tell, is more or less the same as Patreon, but a little more lenient with as I said, tasteful stuff. Words I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, but anywho. She does have a Patreon as well, so if you're like me and unsure about Subscribestar, you can always hop over to her Patreon. But from my research goes, and from what I hear around the hive, she prefers Subscribestar because, like I said, it's a little nicer than Patreon. But anyway, I digress. If you choose one or the other, they both have the same tiers, the same payments, and more or less the same perks, I would say. Like, for example, if you want to pay $1, $1 is the Changeling Ghost, $5 is the Changeling Egg, $10 is the Changeling Kid, and $20 is the Changeling Drone. And the $20 gives you access to everything, or depending on what you want to see. But she does have a Discord, and if you're ever deciding to check it out, you can find me there as well if you want to say hi or just see the shenanigans we get up to in the hive. But again, I'm rambling on and I do apologize. From what I could find, her first ever Patreon post was back in 2016 of May the 13th. And as you saw before from the pixel art, she has put much love and craft into all her comics throughout the years. And this, again, was back in 2016. You can tell how much it has improved. But again, I'm rambling on. I do apologize. Anyway, if you are interested in MLP stuff, you can definitely check her out. She has a lot of MLP comics and other things. But anyway, she does, as I said, she does have MLP stuff, but that's not the only thing she has. There are comics about Power World, Pokemon, SCP Foundation, a comic that is called The Dragon I Want to Fuck, or I believe it is DILF, if I'm not mistaken. And that is a funny comic, because Cobalt versus Dragon, and Cobalt wants to get with the dragon. You can probably figure it out from there, but you can find that page on DeviantArt or on Subscribestar, Patreon, anything you choose. But again, it depends on how much you're willing to pay. If you want to see the more tasteful and unaltered comics for safe for work stuff. Some of the comics I like personally is To Love a God, when Celestia finds her reincarnated love and joins her and leaves poor little Luna all by herself. Don't worry, Mama Luna, you can do it, I believe in you. Then if you enjoy that comic, you can always go on to the sequel, To Love an Alicorn, or it dives a little deeper into the reincarnation love story and circle. I was going to say triangle, but circle makes much more sense since, reincarnation. And one of the comics I like personally, or a little higher than the rest, is World Destruction. It's a little shorter, but it's more or less like an isekai kind of story, and I do enjoy it. It's, like I said, a little shorter, but it's still worth the read. Now, my personal favorite between all her comics is Crazy Future and Chaos Future, not Chaos Future, I apologize. But these two are my personal favorite because I just love, I guess I can say, love the story, love the art, love everything about it, and I'm a sucker for how different people think how MOP Gen 4 Future would be like. For example, for Chaotic Future opening, it opens with Spike and Twilight having a little conversation since they last spoke when Spike, I don't want to say ran away, but discovered himself and went off. But I might be misleading, I might not. You want to read it? I highly suggest checking it out because, as I said, these two are my favorites and I love them very much. I secretly wait for the day for her to continue the story. Please continue the story. But anyway, if you don't want to pay, as I said once before, I highly suggest checking out the DeviantArt page. The DeviantArt page has many stories on it that are safe for work, but like I said, a lot of things are altered because DeviantArt, Patreon, they don't like the lewd too much. So if you do want the lewd stuff, head over to Subscribestar. But I highly suggest checking out DeviantArt first, then make your decision from there. And Loveless, if you are watching, we all love your comics, and if you feel like you ever need to take a break, we will understand. You work oh so very hard, and we know you put much detail into your work, so if you ever need a break, we will very much understand. We'll man the fort and man the hive when you take a vacation, don't worry. The Fluff is here to help, and I know the others in the hive will be here to help as well. But I think I rambled on enough for now. So thank you all for listening, and if you do want to check out any of their stuff, I will list the DeviantArt page, the Patreon, and Subscribestar and let you decide where to go from there. But I don't think I have anything left to say, so the last thing I will say to you all is stay fuzzy, my friends. I'll be seeing you real soon, and thanks for listening.